My experiences in math, they are always growing while I'm learning. My math experiences began before I entered kindergarten at the age of 5. My parents would always work with me using counting games, manipulatives, learning toys, etc. I remember going to the grocery store and counting how many boxes of cereals I will put in the cart, or how many apples I will put in the bag. Learning was fun for me, and I really felt like I was pretty intelligent. When I entered kindergarten at Sunset Park Elementary, I remember learning how to count to 100, as well as write all the numbers up to 100. We also learned how to draw shapes, so even at the beginning of my educational career, I was learning geometry. I still have some old worksheets my parents saved over the years of my childhood that I'm showing here in this presentation. In first grade, I recall learning how to count money with fake coins and dollars. I also remember learning how to tell time on the big yellow clock. It wasn't until second grade, however, where I found a true passion for learning, not only in math but in all subjects, and I have my all-time favorite teacher to thank for that. Her name was Miss Butler. She made everything so fun in her class that I couldn't wait to go to school and learn from her, math especially. I remember place values, graphing and mastering addition and subtraction, and how to multiply single-digit numbers. Miss Butler also rewarded my peers and I with excitement and positive feedback. It was at this moment in my life I knew I wanted to be a teacher and make a difference in a child's life like she was making in mine. Our class was so advanced in math that we were given a special award from our principal. In about third grade, I recall learning about fractions, my all-time favorite math skill. Fractions were easy as pie for me, and I still to this day prefer solving fractions over any type of math that there is. From fractions we learn decimals, and from decimals we learn percentages. I never have been a fan of percentages, and I remember I couldn't understand the idea of a percent to save my life back then. Even though I understood fractions so easily, I couldn't make the connection between the two. I also remember learning multiplying and dividing big numbers using a variety of different methods and strategies. In 2002, it was my time to put on my big girl pants and move up to middle school. My parents chose to enroll me at Connect Middle School because of its prestigious reviews and great performance levels in all subjects. I learned more at the school in math than I ever have in my life. The teachers worked night and day with us, and we became masters in algebra very quickly. Our school was so advanced in math that we were given the opportunity to take the ACT math test in both 7th and 8th grade. I also remember playing my favorite math game called Number Munchers to learn multiples, factors, prime numbers, equalities, and inequalities of numbers. In 2005, I stepped foot into Centennial High School. Math in high school was an experience. I first began with geometry, and I really liked it. However, that next year as a sophomore, my love for math hit rock bottom when my Algebra 2 trigonometry teacher refused to help me learn and be a success. It was evident she did not care about the students' achievement, not only for myself but for all the students in the class. From there, I gave up on math because I felt defeated and embarrassed. I refused to take calculus that following year. It wasn't until I entered CSU Pueblo in 2009 where my confidence and love for math started to take effect once again, starting in statistics. Though the work was very difficult, I appreciated the challenge as well as the professor's attitude, which made all the difference in how I learned. Finally, when I started to get into the educational side of math in 360 through 362, I realized how important it really is to focus in and learn all of these different strategies to help students understand the big idea in math. Math became interesting. I never knew there were so many strategies you can use to teach or model something in math. I have become a lot more confident in my abilities to perform and teach math and use these strategies effectively in my classroom someday. And finally, if there's anything else that I have left to say about my math career, it is this. My math career has had its ups and downs. However, it is not over. In fact, it's just beginning. It is now my turn to allow students to find their passion and excitement in math, rather than make it an evil for them. If there's any kind of promise I can make for myself, it is to be the type of teacher Miss Butler was to me. an encourager, a friend, a role model, a teacher who not only teaches them concepts of addition and subtraction, a teacher who doesn't just teach from her mind, but a teacher who most importantly teaches from her heart.